Tonight we are getting our first close-up look at the damage from one of the largest wildfires in Colorado history. We're glad you're with us this Tuesday evening. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Natalie Chuck. The Lee fire continues to grow, burning southwest of Meeker on the western slope. It has now scorched nearly 117,000 acres, up 3,500 acres from just yesterday. Containment has slipped slightly from 7% to 6% as flames spread even further.
Now the Elk fire, this one's just east of there, holding at 14,000 acres and 30% containment. And firefighters are bracing for another tough day tomorrow as the temperatures increase.
And today we got our first look inside the fire lines. Denver 7's Allie Ginnerjohn took a tour with fire crews through one of the burned areas.
And she joins us live. You're at a roadblock, Highway 13 in Meeker. This one's been closed for days. And Allie, we know 15 structures were damaged from this fire.
Yeah, that's new information we learned this morning, and really getting to see all of the scorched land beyond this road closure on Highway 13 really put that number into perspective for us. Nearly 117,000 acres of soot, smoke, flames, and we wanted to know how, of all those structures, only 3 homes were damaged, because these are the views they're surrounded by. Flames, orange and red glows building higher in the short time fire officials allowed us into the fire zone. Debris on the ground, scorched black land all around, and then in pockets surrounded by that soot sits homes. They're sitting in unbothered green grass, a reminder of the values fire officials have been telling us about for days. That's their priorities: people, homes, and safety for responders.
We utilized some heavy equipment and some dozers to put in some line with scraping the ground and clearing the fuels away from that. And then as the main fire approached, we do some defensive strategic firing to carry fire around and create a buffer for those properties.
Now, we do know not everyone was so lucky. Of course, those 15 structures were damaged that we know of so far. No reported deaths, though. I did ask about any injuries to firefighters, none to report. I also had someone ask me about a timeline, so I took that question to fire officials. They say they're not able to predict how many more days it may take to combat this fire, to put out these flames, but they're, of course, preparing, planning ahead for all of that. Some other things I want to touch on, too, is just how these conditions are just making it so difficult to battle this. As for conditions, Nathan, who you just heard from, says 6 days in a row of red flag warnings. These drought conditions, fuel conditions, he called them all near impossible conditions, guys, for these firefighters to do what they need to do. Reporting live in Meeker, Allie Ginnerjohn, Denver 7.
We can only hope things get easier for them out there, Allie. Thank you so much.